A quiet wave of anticipation has been spreading across homes, kitchens, and living rooms across the United States. For decades, public sector employees, teachers, firefighters, police officers, civil service workers lived with a penalty they didn't deserve. The windfall elimination provision and government pension offset had quietly reduced their Social Security benefits, sometimes by hundreds of dollars a month. These rules were complicated, bureaucratic, and deeply frustrating, creating the sensation that years of service were not fully recognized. But now, with the Social Security Fairness Act signed into law earlier this year, the rules have changed, and for many, lives are finally being recalibrated toward fairness. The law specifically repeals or adjusts the WP and GPO provisions, restoring Social Security benefits that were previously withheld. As the news circulated, headlines claimed mystery $6,000 bonuses hit bank accounts, capturing the public imagination. The deposits weren't actually bonuses. They were retroactive payments for previously underpaid benefits, calculated from the start of 2024. An average payment was reported around $6,710, though the exact amount depended on each person's pension history and previous reductions. For some, it was several thousand dollars. For others, smaller but still meaningful. It was not a universal windfall, but it was transformative. The impact of these payments extends far beyond the numbers themselves. Imagine a retired teacher living on a fixed income who had for years received a reduced Social Security check. The retroactive deposit, suddenly appearing in early 2025, was more than a payment. It was a restoration of dignity. It allowed overdue bills to be paid, medications to be purchased on time, and small repairs to a home long deferred. Imagine a former firefighter whose pension combined with reduced Social Security benefits had forced careful rationing of daily expenses. The deposit created immediate relief, a momentary lifting of constant financial pressure. Across the country, these adjustments were quietly changing lives, turning months of anxiety into breathing room and creating a foundation of stability. Alongside the retroactive payments, the law permanently increases monthly benefits for eligible recipients. For many, this translates into hundreds, sometimes over 1,000 extra dollars every month, depending on prior reductions. The permanent adjustment ensures that the correction is not fleeting. It sustains a new baseline of fairness. Families across the nation have been quietly recalculating budgets, wondering how to allocate the additional monthly funds. Some plan to pay off medical debts, others to repair aging heating systems, and many are simply breathing a little easier. The processing of these payments has been enormous in scope. Simple cases were handled automatically, but complex histories required careful review. The Social Security Administration has acknowledged that some payments are delayed, with manual calculations necessary to ensure accuracy. Even as millions received their payments in early 2025, many others remained in the queue, waiting for records to be verified. This process, while slow, is necessary to ensure the fairness promised by the legislation is applied correctly. Online forums, social media threads, and community boards have been filled with stories from recipients. One person shared that their mother received roughly $42,000 in retroactive payments, a sum that immediately changed their household's ability to plan. Another described seeing the deposit in their account, far exceeding expectations, and remarked on how it allowed them to schedule medical appointments. These stories reveal the human side of legislation, turning abstract numbers into tangible, meaningful impacts. Yet the law doesn't benefit everyone, and that distinction is critical. The Fairness Act specifically addresses people affected by the WP or GPO. Those who were never subject to these reductions, General Social Security retirees, SSI recipients, SSDI beneficiaries, and many veterans, are not eligible. The so-called $6,000 bonus headlines, while accurate for a subset of recipients, have led to confusion. Understanding who qualifies is essential to interpreting the news correctly. Even with retroactive payments, questions and uncertainties remain. Some recipients have yet to receive their deposits, awaiting verification. Others are navigating tax implications, as retroactive payments covering prior years may impact filings or create unexpected liabilities. The SSA has issued clear guidance on confirming eligibility, checking direct deposit information, and avoiding scams. Recipients are urged to remain vigilant while enjoying the benefits they are rightly owed. The Social Security Fairness Act also has broader implications. It highlights how legislation can correct historical inequities, restore fairness, and reshape lives. For decades, public sector employees had quietly shouldered the consequences of rules that reduced their benefits. Now, the law acknowledges that their service, educating children, protecting communities, supporting civil infrastructure, is valuable and deserving of full recognition. The act of restoring benefits is not simply a financial adjustment. It is a moral and social acknowledgement that the work they did matters. In communities across the country, the emotional impact of the payments is evident. Individuals describe relief, gratitude, and cautious optimism. Some have used the retroactive sums to catch up on overdue bills, repair homes, buy necessary medical equipment, or simply improve day-to-day comfort. Others are planning for the future, considering how the permanent monthly increases will allow more stable budgeting, better healthcare access, and less financial stress. Even as the first round of payments has been completed, ongoing processing continues. Manual reviews ensure that all eligible recipients receive what they are owed, even if their case is complicated by mixed pension sources or survivor benefits. The SSA is committed to accuracy, ensuring that corrections are properly applied and that no eligible recipient is left behind. In the larger context, the Social Security Fairness Act serves as a reminder of the human consequences of policy. It demonstrates that legislation can do more than balance budgets. It can restore dignity, correct past injustices, and impact daily life in meaningful ways. For many recipients, the law has created both immediate and lasting changes. Retroactive deposits relieve immediate financial pressures. The permanent monthly benefit increases provide ongoing support, enabling better planning, improved healthcare access, and greater quality of life. Ultimately, the Social Security Fairness Act is a story of restoration and justice. It corrects decades of inequities. The mystery $6,000 bonuses may fade from headlines, but the benefits are real, ongoing, and deeply meaningful. They represent not just dollars, but acknowledgement, respect, and a recalibration of fairness in a system that had, for too long, overlooked these hard-working Americans. And as deposits settle into accounts and monthly checks adjust, a quiet transformation continues. Individuals can breathe more easily, plan more confidently, and experience the tangible difference of a government that has finally corrected a long-standing injustice. The Social Security Fairness Act is not just about retroactive payments. It is about restoring balance, ensuring recognition, and honoring service that has shaped communities for generations. It is about fairness finally realized, not as a headline, but as real change, personal, enduring, and profound.